Okay, so welcome to our next project. Here it is, our T25 bus. Oh, well, I'd call it a T25. People will call them all sorts of different things. Butt ugly would probably be one of them. But we'll call it a T25 because that's what I think it is. And what can I tell you about it? Well, first off, I can tell you that it's in the garage, as you can see. I've got a bit of space at the front. I've got a bit of space down the side, and I've got a bit of space at the back. As you can see, the bike's in here, so it's going to be a bit tight. We'll have to be very, very careful of my baby. There's no space down the other side, so I've rammed it up against that wall. So everything in the garage had to move. Everything is now down this side, and everything's cleared from the other side wall. Okay, so me and Dave, we had to take the door off of the garage completely to actually get this in. The roof rack's just sat on there, so we had to unbolt that. And so if we want to get in and out of the garage, the door has actually got to come off. But we're in now, so that's good. So what can I tell you about my bus then? So first things first, I guess. I paid £2,300 for this old beast, and you know what, I kind of think I got a good deal, but I'm not really 100% sure yet. We'll have to wait and see, but it's in pretty good condition. You know, you look close and there are bits on it, obviously, and the paint's a bit manky here, there and everywhere else, but this project is nothing like the bike. Okay, the idea of this project is just to get an MOT on this thing, fix a few of the little bits and bobs that need doing on it, and basically use it. Okay, so this is only going to be a 6-month project. We're hoping to get this done for the next summer, but we'll see just how we get on with it. Okay, but this is not going to be a show winner, so don't get excited from that point of view. There will be some interesting things along the way, as there was with the bike. Hopefully, anyway. We'll be doing a few bits that I've not done before. There's a little bit of bodywork that needs doing, and you know what I'm like with bodywork. But we'll struggle our way through, hopefully. Okay, so this is our bus then. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a really good look around it. Now I've got it inside and in the dry, and I'm going to write a huge list. Well, hopefully not a huge list, but I'm going to write a list about all of the things that we are going to or need to, or yeah, look, got a wing panel with that's got to be replaced. It came with the bus. Yeah, so I'm going to write a list of everything that I think needs to be done, and then we'll figure out some kind of an order about how we're actually going to go about doing this. Okay, so bear with me just for a minute, and then I'll have a good look, get a list up, and I'll come straight back to you. Oh dear, our list is getting long. So let's see how we do. I don't know how well you'll be able to look underneath this with me, but let's just have a quick squint around it then and see. So new shocks, new springs on the back, which is good, so we haven't got to worry about them. New back plates on here as well, so obviously some work's been done on the rear brakes, which is good, and that brake pipe there is good. However, and what we might have to do is you might have to have a look at this when we actually start doing it a bit better, but just so you can see, I've got no heat exchangers. That cable's is just loose and free flowing up there, whatever that is. That's got to be something to do with the heat exchangers, isn't it? You can see front of the torch, you can see one of those pipes there, so that's one of the brake pipes, and that's all corroded over there. The clutch, oh, where are we? You can see you see up there, so the clutch pipe is absolutely fucked, and the slace, and it looks a bit manky. Oil, So on the floor first of all, so that's on the floor. So you can see we've got oil leaks coming from the back of the engine, the back of the engine, the side of the engine and the back of the engine as well. So that's a bit mank. These rear trailing arms, now I don't know if, I think there's just surface corrosion on them. I think they're okay. We'll have a go at cleaning those up a bit and see what they turn out like. Chassis wise, doesn't look so bad. But you know, funny enough, looking here forwards, it looks fucking awesome under there. It looks lovely. But from sort of this point backwards, it looks a bit suspect. Let's go over the other side. Ooh. Again, you know what, rather than crawling around underneath it, I'll show you when we strip it down a little bit, I think. But the chassis over there looks a little bit suspect in places, and I think we're going to have to get a bit of a closer look at it to see exactly what is going on with it and how much needs doing to it. Okay, so our list is going on. This is the back end of it. Not resting on that, it's just there in case the thing falls off. So, I've got to be so careful with this. You see, now the problem is, I know this has happened to people before that I know, where they start doing something like this and it turns into a complete money pit because they end up doing absolutely everything that needs doing to it, and that's not what this project is about. So I've got to be very careful I don't fall into this trap. Okay? Okay, so that was a look under the back end. We'll have a quick look under the front in a minute. I'll just jack the front up and then we'll go through our list together and see what we're going to do. Okay, so see that corrosion on the top there? There's corrosion on the top of that window glass there that we're going to have a look at. And down here, here's that little panel. And you can see that this is gone here. But he gave me one of these panels with the van. There's also under here, there's a hole in the chassis, just up here. The rest of the chassis moving forward actually looks pretty good to me. I can't really see much wrong with it. There's a dent in the bottom of the fuel tank where it looks like someone's jacked it up at some point or other, or it's landed on something. But I think it's okay. Again, there's a couple of corrosion spots on it that we'll just clean up and see what they look like. The fuel pipes have buggered, so I think we'll probably put an electric pump on it would be the way to go with that, wouldn't it? Okay, forward then, let's have a look at the front. Oh. My God, our list is getting long. Who ever thought this was going to be a good idea? Corrosion down the front here, look on this front panel. So across the front there. Under here. So, what are we doing under here? Yeah, again, new front shocks and springs, so we haven't got to worry about them. Looks like it's had a couple of new rubbers and that on the front end as well, here, there, and everywhere else. There's no back plate on that rear disc, and the disc looks pretty choked. This brake is dragging on. That got hot when we were towing it home, that one, so we'll have to have that caliper off and have a look at the caliper. That side over there, the back plate's all corroded and broken, so we're going to have to do something with that. Brake pipes all look good at the front, which is a bit of a result. Floor, now you see, now this is where you've got to be very, well, this is where I've got to be very, very careful. There is a lot, if you can see here, like places like this, you see here? And it looks all manky and absolutely crap from the bottom, but looks like someone's actually welded it from the inside. You see what I mean? Now there'd be a tendency, if you were doing the job here, to chop everything out and just replace everything, but then you're getting into the realms of fucking replacing the whole bus, and that's not what I want to do here. I only want to replace the bits that need replacing. So I think what we'll do, we'll have a look at that from the inside there, and there's a bit further back. Where are we? Oh, you can't see it from here. Where the battery sits as well. It looks like the same thing's happened there. It looks like someone's patched it all from the inside. Where does the battery sit? Oh, I don't know, wherever it is anyway. And this here looks a bit blank. So we'll have a look at that from inside as well. Okay, so good things and bad things under here. Tyres are all right. What a result. Okay then, so now there are a couple of pipes over there that look really corroded, and I'm not exactly sure what they are, so I'm going to have to do a bit of investigation and find out what they are. Horn made a funny noise. I don't think that's got full of water at some point or other. I'm guessing. Sounded like it had been. Yeah, so let's get out of here. Blimey. Should we have a look at our list? Okay then, so we're sat in the bus pretending we're by the seaside somewhere, so it doesn't seem quite so bad when we have a look at this list. Okay, so quick glance around it then, what we found. Interior. So the whole of the interior is going to be changed. I'm going to change the layout a little bit, I think. Change all of the sink and the cooker and that kind of stuff. This will probably be my most favourite thing to do, and obviously this is going to be done absolutely last. So in a few months' time, hopefully, we'll get on to looking at this, and you know, that'll be the really nicest bit to do for me. Moving forward, water leak this side front footwell, water leak off side front footwell. This has been parked, the bus has been parked inside for about 3 years. I had it outside for 2 weeks while I was away. When I came back, I had water in both the footwells, and water leaking in from the sunroof up here as well. I don't think the water from the sunroof was what was on the footwells, but we'll have to have a look and see what's going on there. Electrics, yeah, 240 volt pickup and all of that. That'll be done with the interior. Paint top of the bus. On the logbook, it's orange and cream, and I'm going to take it back to orange. So paint the top of the bus cream, but this will only be done with like spray cans or something like that. So not a proper job, but it will look all right, I think. Corrosion around the window, you saw that. Wheel arch trim, yeah. Wipers very slow. Indicators, rust behind the front bumper panel, rust bubble on boot. Yeah, I might leave this, because if I start chasing rust on this thing, I'm never going to stop. Well, it's not too bad. Offside rear quarter bumper, engine oil leaks, heat exchangers, corrosion on rear arms, chassis at rear, brake pipes, clutch pipes. Hole in the chassis, dent in the fuel tank, fuel pipes, electric pump probably. Front discs and back plates. Check, yeah, we'll have all of the brakes apart on it, see what's going on with those. Footwell, and this is all welded knee bits at the front we're going to have a look at as well. Probably have to take the carpets out. You know, get inside and have a look at all of that lot. So that's our list. There will be other things along the way, it's inevitable. I'm not going to go looking for trouble, as I said, but if I find it, I'm going to have to deal with it. Well, last thing on this was remount the front wheel as well. Now then, the reason I wanted one of these buses, an air-cooled one, was they're very square looking, these. They've got some character, these, and they're a reasonable price for what they are. You go any older than this and the price is ridiculous. But I have seen one with the spare wheel mounted on the front, and I really liked it because it kind of softened it up a little bit. So I'm going to have a go at doing that on this one as well, which will mean fixing all of this up, because we're going to have to mount a bracket somewhere down here, aren't we? It will mean it will block up some of the vent going into the cab, but I don't think that'll be an issue. Okay, but that's a long way off yet. So what we're going to do, I reckon, regarding my list, which is now down there, I reckon we'll start with the oil leaks maybe. So what we'll do, we'll take all of the trims off from around the engine and we'll have a look at the oil leaks. So that'll be video number 2. This is video number 1. Quick look around it. Not so quick. Video number 2. We'll start looking at these oil leaks on the engine and see if there's anything we can do with them. And if it's an engine out, then we can start looking at the chassis and that properly around the back end as well. Okay, so I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. How exciting, eh? How exciting.